Hey guys, well, whoever's here and whoever comes through, sorry I'm 20 minutes late. It's a Thursday here, and yeah, this is going to be a very, very short stream. I have a 1 o'clock meeting. Let me see if I can see myself over on YouTube because there are literally three computer, three or four computers right now streaming off the same internet service. So give me a second here. Let me make sure I can see myself. Let me make sure you guys can see me. Okay, so we're live on YouTube. Okay, the AdSense is working. Literally, I think 4 to 5 computers right now in this house I'm in streaming off the same internet service. So I look a little, I'm looking at myself right now. I look a little, I want to say grainy, but the computer's always, my brother told me it's the white space. The computer forms its image off the amount of white camera, and then it puts in the other colors. Anyway, that's more than what you guys wanted to know. Hey, Let's Toast Media, he says, go blue. Michigan beaten. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tall task tonight. It says, salute, big discussions. Salute to you too. Let's Toast Media. Okay, so let me make sure this ad is finished. Yep, the ad is finished. Okay, if you're new coming in, anyone who comes in, please hit that like button. And I'm going to play the intro, and I'll see you guys on the other side. This is going to be a quick lunchtime stream. I mean, quick. All right. All right, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Distance 76 Sports. I always overshoot it. First of all, please like the stream or the playback if you're watching it on the playback. Please share and please subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this live, I have a super chat here. If you want to super chat me. If not, you're watching on the playback and you want to make a donation to the channel, my Cash App and PayPal are here. There's no pressure to donate, but that option is always there if you like this content. I want to thank everyone who watched my Cade McNamara or JJ McCarthy, who should be the 22 starter for Michigan football. I want to thank everyone who supported that video and watched that video. And also for those of you who watched my Chris Webber video, I just want to say some of the viewers, someone left a nasty comment underneath that video. Some of the viewers, I'm going to do an imitation here. Some viewers are just very, very bad people, just horrible people, very, very bad, just the worst you ever seen in the world. So yeah, so some viewers are very critical, some viewers are very, very mean. And but you know, as a YouTube content creator, you have to have thick skin. And I realized that any reaction is good. When you create something and people engage with it, that's a good thing. So I'm not losing sleep for it. Let me make sure this image is crisp and clean over on YouTube. Yeah, okay. So before I jump in, this is going to be a quick stream. I'm just going to do some quick advertising. Please consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. In addition to being a YouTube content creator, I am also a writer, and I'm working on a book. I plan to talk about the book in the newsletter. There's a greeting there, and then there's the subscription button there at the bottom. And I promise I won't give your information away to a third party. And speaking of my book project, this is it right here. Excuse me. The Engineers, a Western New York basketball story, which the name implies it's a basketball story. This is my writer's blog, Big Words Authors. And coincidentally, thinking about Chris Webber, Michigan basketball, that was all going on during my high school basketball journey. And I did actually have a dream about that time last night. I dream about that time sometimes, as that was one of the best times in my life. And as you'll see in the book, and as you'll see in some of the promotional content that I create here, over on my community tab, I just wrote something on Cliff Robinson. For those of you who don't know, Cliff Robinson is from Buffalo. He attended Riverside High School, my mother's alma mater. He played at UConn, and then he went ahead and had a what I'll call a journeyman's career in the NBA. So those two items are there in the description box in case you want to check those out. And I think with that, I'll go ahead and jump in. Yeah, I'll be talking about more of the hardcore sports related aspects of the book here on Big Discussions 76 Sports. Over on my original channel, I'm going to talk about some more of the life aspects of the book. And then over on my entertainment and media channel, I'm going to talk about the book more as a literary work. So there's going to be a whole lot of promotion going on for this thing. Anyway, tonight's game. So as you know, tonight, our Michigan Wolverines are matching up with the Villanova Wildcats yet again in the NCAA tournament. And in my times, Michigan has run into Villanova quite a bit, and with not so favorable results. So, and I'm going to make a confession here. I have not, aside from the Juwan Howard punch or slap mention, I have not followed the Michigan men's basketball team very, very closely this season. It's not because I don't care, or it's not because I haven't cared, because I have a sports YouTube channel and I'm a Michigan alum. But there just hasn't been. So I'll also blame it on Jimbo and the football team. Had Jimbo and the football team lost to Ohio State and not gotten into the Big Ten championship game and not gone all the way to the college football playoff, I would have focused less on the football team and I would have focused more content on the basketball team. But because that went as did, it was just hard for me to, with everything else that I'm doing and all the projects and all the balls I have up in the air, it's been hard to work in content on the men's basketball team. But they haven't had the stellar season throughout the way that they had last season, but they found their way into the NCAA tournament. The selection committee thought that they were worthy of an 11th seed region, and they have survived the first two rounds. And tonight they have a matchup with Villanova. Let's see. Let's Toast Media says, it's not for a chip, but we got to beat them. Okay. Joshua Fields, welcome. He says Michigan basketball comes to life in March. I heard Chris Webber in the locker room after their victory over Tennessee, and Chris Webber got a little worked up and gave a real rah-rah speech. But I have a prediction for tonight's game. I think the tip-off is around 7:30 or 7:45. And before I read this, I'll say that Villanova is was a traditional power in the old Big East. Jesus, does the Big East even still exist? But they were a traditional power in the Big East, along with Georgetown and Syracuse, St. John's, and those kinds of teams. And then in the 90s, they were coached by Steve Lappin. We had players like Kerry Kittles and Jason Lawson and Eric Ebers from my hometown of Buffalo, New York. Then he got Tim Thomas for a little bit from Newark. And then Jay Wright has been manning the ship ever since. And Villanova, they tend to have athletic, versatile players and athletic, versatile teams. And I think the last time, I think the last matchup was in the Final Four. John Beilein was the coach. And just that's right, Moritz Wagner was playing center for us. The Ron kid, we had the Rockmont kid, and I think Villanova just wore our team down. In that game, I think John Beilein's team kept it close for just a little bit, for a little while, maybe for a half. But then in that second half, Villanova put on the gas and just ran our team out of there. So those are the kind of players that Jay Wright recruits: versatile players, athletic players, players that can shoot. And if you don't have an athletic team who can guard and who can run up and down the court with their team, then you can get out, or you can get worn down. But let's take a look at what the prediction is. I have an article queued up. I'm going to read this. It's not very long, and then I will wrap up. Joshua says, let's see, their top player is their guard. I think are you talking about Colin Gillespie? Yeah, he's good. He got hurt last year, but he came back. Their big man is 6'8", which will give us an advantage. Yeah, because I think Hunter's 7 foot. So let me cue this article up. Yeah, our team's gonna have to bring their A game just to be able to hang in with Villanova, in my opinion. Okay, so this reads Michigan versus Villanova, odds and predictions, Sweet 16 on Thursday night of March Madness. Okay, this was published on March 23rd, so yesterday in the morning. There's Hunter Dickinson and Eli Brooks. Okay, Michigan versus Villanova preview and how to watch. Michigan is one of 4 double-digit seeds in the Sweet 16 after 2 impressive wins over Colorado State and Tennessee. Villanova is less surprising as a number 2 seed, but they still should be given credit for reaching this round, as fellow number 2 seeds Auburn and Kentucky have already been eliminated. Yeah, that's the fascinating thing about men's college basketball, and that's that the majority of your stars don't play, or they come and they stay for just a little bit of time. But back in the day, you probably wouldn't have seen number 2 seeds knocked out like this, because you would have had LeBron James and those guys in the college level. So there's a lot more parity now. Michael Burden says, "Go Blue, beat the Wildcats." And Josh says, we did struggle of how good the guard play was against Tennessee. So I think you mean we did struggle against Tennessee's guards. Anyway, these two will square off in a rematch of the 2018, here we go, national championship game. Michigan fans will be hoping for revenge after Villanova blew out the Wolverines to win the national title. The game will tip off Thursday night at 7:29 Eastern time on TBS. A breakdown of the matchup plus our favorite bets to consider are outlined below. And I don't necessarily encourage gambling on this channel, but if you guys have money to gamble, have at it. Let's see. So the point spread Let's see. So Villanova is predicted to win by 5 points. So they're not predicted to win by a lot of points. The money line is Villanova. I'm sorry, Villanova minus 210, Michigan plus 175. And the total over under is 135 points. I think, guys, I'm not a betting expert, but I think what this is saying is both the point total, if you sum the two teams up, they're both predicted to score 135 points or more. Okay. And they're picking Villanova to win. Michigan is going to be a tough out for Villanova, but the Wildcats match up well against the Wolverines. Michigan's offense has been impressive in their first two NCAA tournament games, a lot of which is based on their pick and roll offense. Per synergy, Michigan runs pick and roll at the 51st highest rate in the country and ranks in the 85th percentile while running it. They have several options out of their plays, including passes to Hunter Dickinson on the roll, the ball handler attacking the basket off the dribble, or kicking it out for a 3-point attempt. In the win over Tennessee, we even saw Dickinson hit 3-pointers on pick and pops. The Wolverine offense ranks 19th in Ken Palm's adjusted offensive efficiency, and it's hard to contain, but Villanova's defense could be their kryptonite. CS says, Michigan hoops is a juggernaut year in and year out. Let's go. Guys, please hit that like button. Okay. Per synergy, Villanova ranks in the 83rd percentile for pick and roll defense, primarily because of how head coach Jay Wright constructs his roster. Villanova is known for their interchangeable players, particularly on the wing. The guards and wings are big, physical athletes that can hold their own in the post, but are also quick enough to keep up with the opposing guards. It's very difficult to catch them in mismatches, so Michigan's offense may struggle more than they have so far. Villanova is also excellent at taking away shots near the basket. Per hoop math, the Wildcats rank 35th nationally in preventing shots at the rim. They don't have Michigan's overall size, but their defensive structure could present a challenge for Dickinson and company. On the other end, Villanova's offense is among the best in the country, ranking 8th in Ken Palm's adjusted offensive efficiency. Coincidentally, they also are on offense. They also are an offense based heavily on pick and roll, as they were 27th nationally in frequency. Unlike Michigan, this is where Villanova could have an edge. Michigan's defense is much less switchable than Villanova's, which is likely why the Wolverines rank just rank in the 29th percentile in pick and roll defense. We're likely to see Villanova's guards and wings post pop on the smaller Michigan backcourt, as well as try to take Dickinson off the dribble. Villanova's outlook on offense is much better than that of Michigan, making the Wildcats the recommended bet to cover the minus 4.5 point spread at FanDuel in this game. Okay. Michigan versus Villanova total over/under prediction. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm getting a low signal here. Okay, there we go. The under is recommended. The under is our recommended bet on the total, as the pace of the game should be slow, and both defenses have strengths that could disrupt opposing offense. That could disrupt the opposing offense. From a pace perspective, Villanova is excellent at forcing games into the half court. The Wildcats rank 348th in average offensive possession length, as their goal is to generate an excellent shot attempt by forcing the defense to defend their sharp offense. They are also excellent in transition defense, ranking in the 95th percentile. So Michigan fast break chances will likely be few and far in between. Villanova's first two tournament games featured 61 in 59 possessions, so we're likely to see that again. From a matchup perspective, Villanova's excellent pick and roll defense should be able to slow down a Michigan offense that loves to run the pick and roll, as mentioned in the point spread prediction above. However, Michigan's defense has a strength that can make things difficult for the Villanova offense, taking away the three. Per Ken Pom, Michigan ranked 75th nationally in preventing three-point attempts, which is crucial against Villanova. Villanova takes over 46% of their shots from beyond the arc, which is the 20th highest rate in the country. So we're likely to see Villanova hoist up quite a few of those from beyond the three-point arc. Lastly, we should expect to see a cleanly played game as both teams rank in the top 65 in defensive free throw rate. Neither team fouls frequently, so we're unlikely to see an exorbitant amount of free throw attempts unless there is intentional fouling late. Anytime you're playing an under, that's simply a risk that must be taken. Okay? So that's the prediction for tonight's game. Villanova is picked to win by 5. Let's see. I'm going to read some more comments here, guys. I appreciate your participation. I set this up last night, and I haven't been regular about following Michigan basketball this season. That's my bad, but also the football team. You know, they extended the season out until early January. So anyway, let's see. CS says Brooks and Gillespie were both there for the 2018 title game. Wow. It will be a battle of crafty veterans. Okay. Joshua Fields says Brooks needs a repeat game against Tennessee. CS says exactly. That hook shot dagger was awesome. Let me just pull up the stats from that Tennessee game to see how our team did against Volunteers in that last game. And then I'll wrap this up. Let me bring that up. So Michigan beat Tennessee 76-68. The Wolverines were led by Hunter Dickinson, 27 points. Eli Brooks with 23. And Musa Diabate with 13. And then there was Terrence Williams II, who had 9. Okay. So we had balanced scoring against Tennessee. Now, let me see. Let me take a look at Villanova's last game. I was watching some of Villanova in their last game, and they played as the article described. Versatile. Their team is versatile. They have shooters, and they just keep their foot on the pedal. Villanova. Let's see. So their last game was against NCAA tournament, Sunday, March 20th. So their last game, I think I saw them play against Delaware. Okay, so their last game was against our old friends, the Buckeyes. So let's see. Ohio State was led by E.J. Liddell and Malachi Branham. And Villanova was led by Jermaine Samuels, Colin Gillespie, who was their top scorer with 20 points, and then Caleb Daniels with 11. Actually, they had 4 double-digit scores. Colin Gillespie with 20, Eric Dixon with 13, Jermaine Samuels with 17, and Caleb Daniels with 11. So, yeah, Michigan's going to have to put up points. They're probably going to have to exploit Hunter Dickinson's height, but they're going to have to get out and defend, and then they're going to have to put up points against this Villanova team because we know how Villanova plays. Let's see. So Michael Burden says, we take care of the basketball, we win. And he also says, Ohio State should have beaten them. Joshua Field says, Ohio made that a game late in the second half. Okay. Let's see. I still have the Michigan game up. Let me stop this. Yeah, so that's Villanova versus Ohio State. So they beat Ohio State by 10 points, 71-61. Okay. And then Michael says OSU lost when Young got hurt. Okay, so they lost one of their horses. Okay. Well, guys, that's all I've got. I just wanted to come in and do a quick pregame show / discussion. It's a 7:30 tip off, so it's not going to end until 9:30 if it ends in regulation. So I will try to do something tomorrow discussing either a Michigan victory or a Michigan season ending loss. So with that, I'm going to stop here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, also consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter in the description box below. Like, share, and subscribe. Go blue. And as always, remember that your attitude determines altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.